Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so last night had to be one of the most weirdest Raws in a very long time. I can't remember the last time Raw being this weird. But the main thing coming out of Raw last night was the return of Shane McMahon. And basically what Shane McMahon did, Shane McMahon basically introduced this new fighting club atmospheric thing called Raw Underground, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is supposed to fill the third hour of Monday Night Raw. You know, so my guessing is that they're only doing this most likely to get ratings. You know what I mean? To get ratings. You know what I mean? Because for Raw, ratings have been going not so very good. They've been going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But it's just like this was just something new, for them to do, just a new thing that WWE's trying to try out to keep fans engaged in that third hour. And here's my thing. And I've been saying this for years now. Even before I started this YouTube channel. Why can't Raw just go back to being 2 hours? I don't know what WWE was thinking putting Raw on 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like, at least with SmackDown, at least, that's 2 hours. That's 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. But no, you want me to sit through Monday Night Raw every single Monday night, 8 o'clock through 11 o'clock. And here's the crazy thing. Here's the craziest thing. WrestleMania, not this past year, but like WrestleMania last year, WrestleMania 35, was like 5 hours long. You got people tuning into WrestleMania and having to sit through 5 hours of the main show, 7 hours really if you include the kickoff show, which was 2 hours. And then the very next night, 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. And then the very next night, 2 hours of SmackDown Live. And then Wednesday, hour of NXT and then NXT UK. It's just too much, fam. It's too much wrestling. It's too much wrestling. Why can't you just cut Raw back to 2 hours? And, hopefully in the future they do decide to cut Raw back to 2 hours. I don't know. Maybe it's because they don't have other TV shows that can fill that third hour, that 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock time slot. I don't know. But anyways, so Raw Underground. When I'm looking at the scenery, when I first saw this, when I saw the scenery, when I saw the ring, and I saw just what the ring looked like, I got Josh Barrett Bloodsport vibes when I'm looking at that ring. That's what I'm looking at. There was guys that were surrounding the ring. You had like 3 girls dancing. It was like, okay, you know what I mean? So basically, also what happened on Raw Underground near the end, you saw the Hurt Business, MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin, and just take control of everything. And Shane McMahon's like, well, you guys can stay for however you like. You can dominate as long as you want, basically. You know what I mean? So, that's what the Hurt Business did. And that's how they ended Monday Night Raw. But not only were the Hurt Business that you saw on Raw Underground, you saw Dolph Ziggler, you saw the Viking Raiders, you saw that, I believe, the big man who we saw on Raw Underground, I believe was a part of Evolve, correct me if I'm wrong. And I believe the guy who fought, I believe it was one of the Hurt Business, like one of the guys that stepped up to the Hurt Business trying to fight them was the commentator. I don't know if his name, and I don't know if it's him, but I believe it was the commentator that was with Vic Joseph and Jerry Lawler when Raw had their little newly found shift back during October of 2018. And that was the same commentator that Brock Lesnar put through the table as he was looking for Rey Mysterio. So basically, how were the fans reacting to it? Because obviously, the fans, like, how were they feeling about this? And the fans on social media talking about it, even here on YouTube, have been split 50-50. But I've seen the majority completely crap on it, basically. I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is boring. This is garbage. Well, what a terrible way," But there's the other half that are like, "Yeah, this is pretty alright. This could be a good way to put the superstars that you don't use, and you could put them in Raw Underground." Like when I saw Ivar on Raw Underground last night, I was like, well, damn, Ivar looks pretty good, like, 1 week, he's the Viking Raiders are losing, and then this week, Ivar looks, the Viking Raiders look like they could be dominant on Raw Underground. But here are my thoughts, and, that's the reason why I'm making this video, to give my thoughts on Raw Underground. Me personally, it's meh to me. You know what I mean? Watching Raw Underground, it was just meh. You know what I mean? Like, it had some good stuff. It had some, I guess, cool, good stuff. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but, it was alright. Watching, it was meh. And apparently, it's been reported that they're sticking with this Raw Underground. So prepare to see this Raw Underground, this new fighting style for the next couple of weeks. So yeah. But that's not the only thing that happened on Monday Night Raw. Apparently, they hyped up that this big faction was supposed to be coming to Monday Night Raw, which I believe was a little bit of false advertising. Watching Monday Night Raw last night, I didn't see a faction come out. You know what I mean? Well, unless you want to count the group that set fire, outside, whatever they did. I don't know who that was, but, it felt like they were more teasing a new faction, not the entire faction as a whole coming out and laying waste to everyone. Oh, and also, what happened last night on Monday Night Raw? Montez Ford got poisoned by Zelina Vega, What else happened? Apollo Crews, defeated MVP for the new United States Championship, and now they're going to be fighting at SummerSlam. What else? Oh, yeah. So Dominik challenged Seth Rollins to a match at SummerSlam. Seth Rollins came out. Seth Rollins was going at Tom Phillips because Tom Phillips was like cheering for Dominik to beat up Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy the previous week on Monday Night Raw, and Samoa Joe stepped in. And just as Samoa Joe was about to fight Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, whatever, which one you want to call him, Dominik came in. And, I got to say, Dominik, this is Dominik's first official match. This could be good for Dominik. This could be good. I know a lot of people, they don't really been liking Rollins lately. Like, I know some people have been saying, this Monday Night gimmick is just trash. Other people have been saying this is pretty good. But I think for Dominik's debut, having him face Seth Rollins is pretty good, in my opinion. And the reason why is because, babyface or heel, Seth Rollins is really a good wrestler, great wrestler. So I expect him and Dominik to have a pretty good match. Just praying and hope Rollins doesn't kill the dude, but I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think he's gonna do that. I think Dominik is gonna be just fine at SummerSlam. And another thing that I do want to bring up on Monday Night Raw, McIntyre and Randy Orton cut some good promos. I think that with the way it was built, I think that Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre is going to be, obviously it's going to be the main event of SummerSlam, but this is going to be a really good match. And so I am looking forward to Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam, because it's one of those matches, it's like, who do you want to win? And I'm still debating on if I want Randy Orton to win and McIntyre to win, or McIntyre to win. So hopefully when I do give my predictions out by SummerSlam weekend, hopefully I'll decide. But, this is just a match that, I believe is going to really steal the show at SummerSlam. But anyways, those were my thoughts on Raw Underground, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you watched this video, thank you. And if you happen to stop by this channel, subscribe. Subscribe, like. Tell your friends, your family members about this channel. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, this is DC Wrestling, and I will see you all in the next video.